2 minutes and 18 seconds into the second GTA 6 trailer, Jason is flying a Buzzard through the swamp, and the guy sitting next to him is working a mounted door gun. You've seen that shot. Nobody talks about it. Everyone's out here refreshing Rockstar's site, waiting on trailer 3 to finally show us some gameplay. But the gameplay reveal already happened. It happened in a store page, in a pre-order description, and in a trailer you have already watched front to back. So here's what Rockstar has actually confirmed about how GTA 6 plays. Plus, the two big ones they still haven't said out loud. So, that Buzzard shot. It's in the Grass River stretch, the swampy part of the map, and Jason's at the controls chasing an airboat across the water. Cool shot, moves fast, easy to blink past, but the Buzzard has been in GTA since Ballad of Gay Tony, and Rockstar rebuilt it for this one. Brand new cockpit, a thermal camera pod hanging under the cabin, miniguns fed by a big ammo box sitting in the rear bay, plus rocket pods on both sides carrying 8 rockets each, and then a side-mounted gun that has never been on this helicopter before in any GTA. That last one is the part that matters. In GTA 5, if you wanted the Buzzard's guns, you were the pilot, and the guns fired wherever the nose was pointed. You aimed the entire helicopter. A door gun is a completely different job. Somebody has to sit in that side seat and actually run it. And in the trailer, somebody does. It's Brian, Jason's boss, the older smuggler who lets him live in his place rent-free. He's working the gun while Jason flies the thing. Now put that next to something Rockstar's own retail listing says, which is that you can switch between Jason and Lucia in real time during missions. So, 2 playable characters, a helicopter with a pilot seat and a gunner seat, and a gun that only does anything if somebody is sitting in that second seat. You're going to fly this thing and swap into the gun mid-chase, or your partner flies and you shoot. Rockstar hasn't said the words. They just built the seat, built the gun, and showed you a guy using it. That's the pattern for this entire video, by the way. Rockstar shows you the feature and never calls it a feature, which is exactly what happens the next time Jason picks up a gun inside a vehicle. There's a shot in that same trailer where Jason is firing a pistol out the window of a Gauntlet Hellfire. On paper, boring. Drive-bys have been in this series since the 90s. Watch what his body is doing though. In GTA 5, the drive-by was basically an arm. Your character stayed glued to the seat, the arm poked out the window, and the game locked onto whatever was nearby. That was the whole mechanic. Same animation for every car, every gun, every angle. Here he's out the window, shoulders out, torso turned, leaning into the shot. And the leaked build goes further than the trailer does, with the character hanging his whole upper body outside the car and swinging the gun through almost a full circle while the camera stays behind you in third person. That's the San Andreas lean out coming back, which is a weirdly emotional moment for anyone who's been asking for it for 2 decades. And it isn't just cars. The same system shows up shooting out of truck beds and shooting while you're swimming, which is why there's a spear gun in the confirmed weapon list. Then there's the other half nobody mentions. You can switch hands, fire left-handed or right-handed. Sounds like a nothing detail until you're leaning around the driver's side of a car and your right hand is the wrong hand. Same trailer, there's Lucia hanging out of a wrecked bus with a grenade launcher, putting police cars in the air. She's not in a car at all. So vehicle combat isn't one animation you trigger anymore, it's a position you pick. Which side, which hand, how far out you're willing to hang, what you're even shooting from. And once your aim actually matters, the gun in your hand starts to matter too. This is where Rockstar got strangely specific. When pre-orders went live on June 25th, Rockstar put up a page describing exactly what you get. Buried in it is the pre-order bonus, which is a Vice City themed weapon pattern based on Tommy Vercetti's palm tree shirt. Fine, it's a skin, whatever, except Rockstar says that pattern goes on most guns. Most guns, not the one bonus pistol. So weapon patterns aren't a bonus item at all, they're a category, and it runs across the whole arsenal. Then look at how they describe the Ultimate Edition revolver. It's the Hawk and Little Morgan, his and hers versions, and they list what's on it. Palm tree etched grips, engraved detailing, a high-performance scope, personalized finishes. That's grips, engraving, optics, and finishes named as 4 separate things on one gun. Then separately, Jason's Girardi ES9 and Lucia's Close K17 each get their own engraved personal variant. So from marketing copy about a pre-order bonus, you can already count 5 different customization layers before anybody has played a second of this game. The leaked build fills in the rest. Red dot sights and scopes, vertical grips and angled grips, different barrel lengths, muzzle attachments, flashlights, different stocks, magazines, tints, liveries, and special ammo types, and a full auto switch on the Glock-style pistol, which is Lucia's K-17, which means her sidearm turns into a machine pistol if you want it to. Rockstar has shown more than 30 individual weapons across the trailers and screenshots so far, and that's before a single gameplay video exists. Reloads have full first-person animations. There are holsters. Compare that to GTA 5. You had a scope, a suppressor, an extended mag, and a gold finish that made you look like an idiot at a car meet. Basically, they took Red Dead's gunsmith and moved it to Florida, and Ammu Nation stopped being a vending machine. But there's one line on that same pre-order page that tells you more about how GTA 6 actually plays than the entire gun list does. And it's not about guns at all. It's about a garage. The pre-order car comes with a free personal garage near Ocean Beach. Standard bonus stuff, nobody reads it. But here's how Rockstar describes it. They say that, like all personal garages in Leonida, it comes with a weapon locker for setting up your loadout, plus a secure spot to drop stolen goods for the local fence. Like all personal garages in Leonida, that's not a bonus description anymore. That's Rockstar confirming in one throwaway clause about a free car that every single garage in the game has a weapon locker and a fence stash box. Standard Edition, Ultimate Edition doesn't matter. That's just how the game works. And a weapon locker only exists if you can't carry everything, which lines up exactly with what's been pulled out of the build. 2 rifles and 2 pistols on your body, and that's your loadout. Everything else lives in the trunk of your car, no dual wielding. And the guns you're carrying physically show up on you. So before a job, you're standing at a locker in your own garage picking 4 guns for the next hour of your life. The rest of your stuff rides in the trunk. And if you need the heavy thing halfway through, you're running back to the car to get it. Boats have crates for the same reason. The stash box is the other half of that. Rockstar says the fence takes most stolen goods at a discounted rate. So stolen goods are a physical thing you're holding, which means they're hot while you're holding them, and you have to actually go somewhere to turn them into money. Your loadout is a decision you make in a garage now, before anything has gone wrong. By the way, if this is your kind of thing, digging real gameplay out of stuff Rockstar never meant as a gameplay reveal, subscribe. That's basically the entire channel. Now, the first of the 2 Rockstar hasn't confirmed. And it's the biggest change in the game. 4 years ago, about an hour of footage from an early GTA 6 build got stolen and put online. One of those clips is Jason and Lucia robbing a diner called Hank's Waffle House, and honestly, that clip has more real gameplay information in it than both trailers combined. Watch the top left of the screen while she's emptying the register. Under the wanted stars, it says full description, meaning the people in that diner can describe you, your face, your build, what you're wearing. Then she runs out and gets in a car, and the text changes. It flips from no vehicle description to full vehicle description, and a prompt comes up that says, and this is word for word from the game, any vehicle you are seen entering will be known by the law. In GTA 5, escaping was geometry. There was a circle on your minimap and you got outside the circle. In GTA 6, escaping is evidence. They know your car, so you need a different car. They know your jacket, so you need a different jacket. Walk in with a mask on, and none of it ever exists in the first place. And it goes further. The cops don't spawn on the crime, they spawn on the call. Somebody has to phone it in first, and a dispatch timer starts once the report goes through, which turns everybody in that room into a problem you can actually do something about. Zip ties are in the game. Hostages as human shields are in the game. Stopping the call is a play now. Then there's the cops themselves. In that footage, an officer changes his stance depending on how tall the thing he's hiding behind is. He drops lower when he reloads. He strafes side to side while he's shooting instead of standing there like a target. In another clip, they raise their guns over the hood of a car to shoot across it. That is not the GTA 5 cop who sprints at you in a straight line down an alley and dies for it. And in trailer 2, there's a shot of Jason driving past a bust in progress. Cops on the sidewalk, suspects on the ground, a whole scene playing out that has nothing to do with him. People pulled apart the vehicles in that shot and found something strange. One of those units doesn't read as a police car at all until light catches it and the markings show up. It's just sitting there in traffic looking like anybody else's car. So, has Rockstar confirmed any of this? No, not one word. The witness system, the dispatch timer, the tactical cops. All of it comes from a stolen build, and a trailer people went through frame by frame. That footage is is 4 years old at this point, but everything Rockstar has released since has lined up with it instead of contradicting it, and they've had 4 years to change it. The cops are only half the problem. The other half is everybody standing around with a phone out. When pre-orders opened, Amazon's product listing in Brazil went live before anybody else's, and people screenshotted it immediately. This isn't a leak in the fun sense. It's retail copy, written to sell the game, and it lists 2 things worth caring about. 1, NPCs who run their own daily routines, random events that fire off around you, and businesses you can walk into. 2, a working social network on your in-game phone where you scroll clips, follow influencers you'll never meet, and find out what's happening around Leonida. That second one is the interesting one, and everybody read straight past it. Finding out what's happening in the world through your feed means the feed isn't a joke app, it's a mission board. Rockstar built a whole functioning version of doom scrolling and wired it into the open world. Now go back to the trailers with that in your head. They're both absolutely stuffed with it. Vertical phone footage, little live badges in the corner, NPCs filming chaos while it's still happening in front of them, somebody leaning out of a car window recording instead of driving away. So connect 3 things. NPCs film you, the feed is real, and it's tied to what's actually happening around the map, and the cops work off witness descriptions, which means the guy filming you from his car is a witness with a camera in his hand. Your crime doesn't just get called in, it gets posted. Rockstar hasn't spelled out how those 3 systems talk to each other, and I'm not gonna sit here and pretend they have, but they built all 3 for the same game at the same time. There's a smaller one in there too. NPCs react if you're walking around with a gun out, and Jason or Lucia will put the gun away on their own once they hit a busy street, which is the game telling you it tracks who can see what you're holding everywhere all the time, which raises the obvious question: what do you do about the guy who saw you? Back to the Hank's waffle clip one more time because it answers that. Lucia's standing over somebody on the diner floor, and the game gives her a prompt with 2 options: loot the body or pick the body up. Pick it up. Carry it. That's the Red Dead 2 thing. Arthur hauling bodies around and dumping them where nobody's going to look, except now it's happening in a Waffle House in Vice City. And that changes what a shootout even is. In GTA 5, you kill someone and the corpse lies there, being a corpse until it despawns. In GTA 6, a body is evidence sitting in the open, where a camera, or a witness, or a cop walking his route is eventually going to find it. So you move it. Stack that with zip ties for tying people up, and hostages as shields, and you've got a full toolkit for handling everyone who saw your face. And Rockstar gave us a place to use all of it. The Ultimate Edition includes a job where you raid a gang's illegal goods store in Southside Vice City, the PTT Youngins, take their contraband, and get out clean. That's Rockstar's own description of it. Find a way in, grab the stuff, escape safely. Every system in this video shows up in that one sentence. Your loadout from the locker, witnesses, bodies, contraband you're physically carrying, and a fence to move it to. Whether any of this makes it into online, no idea. Rockstar hasn't said a single word about online yet, which is its own whole conversation. But the same day they announced that raid, they dropped 60-something screenshots, and those screenshots are hiding the weirdest confirmation in the entire drop. On June 25th, Rockstar put out over 60 new in-engine screenshots alongside the pre-orders. And once you get past how stupid good they look, you notice something. They're barely about the map at all. They're about Jason and Lucia, their faces, their hair, their clothes, their tattoos. There's a place called Sarah's Unisex Salon, and Rockstar describes what it sells. Styles for both of them, facial hair for Jason, makeup and nails for Lucia. That's 4 separate systems in one sentence, and makeup and nails have never existed in a GTA game. There's a tattoo shop called Electric Fang with more than 50 designs in it, and Rockstar didn't draw them. They brought in an actual art collective called Fail to design them. Real artists, real work, sitting in a fake tattoo parlor in Vice City. There's a streetwear store called Stock 305, which is the Miami area code because of course it is. And there's a whole clothing line built around Macca the Gator, who is a mascot from a TV show that only exists inside the game. A fictional show with a fictional mascot with real merch you can go buy in a store. But the thing actually worth noticing is that these are all separate businesses. GTA 5 had a barber menu and a clothing menu, and that was your customization. GTA 6 has a salon, a tattoo shop, a streetwear store, and multiple car mod shops that each specialize in something different. One does off-road builds and hand-painted work. Another does interiors, rims, and donk builds with the oversized wheels. It's the Red Dead structure, where the gunsmith and the stable and the tailor were all different buildings with their own stock. Now the honest part, because I'm not going to sell you on something. The salon, the tattoo shop, stock 305, and 2 of those mod shops are Ultimate Edition only. That's the $100 version. Rockstar has not said what the $80 version gets instead, or whether it gets anything at all. People are annoyed about it, and they're not wrong to be. Which brings me to the second one. The feature everybody swears is confirmed, and it just isn't. Every GTA 6 video you've watched this year has told you the game has a Red Dead-style hair growth system. Your hair grows in real time. You go to a barber to cut it back. It's on every single list. Rockstar has never said that. Not in a trailer, not on the pre-order page, not anywhere. Here's what's actually sitting there. Jason's stubble is different lengths in different official screenshots, not different haircuts, different stubble, on the same guy in the same game. The salon sells facial hair for Jason as a service you go and pay for. You don't build a service around something that's a toggle in a menu. Across all the promo material, Jason's confirmed looks run from a short military buzz all the way out to hair hanging past his ears. That reads like a progression, not a list of options. Red Dead did this exact system 8 years ago. Arthur's hair and beard grew on a real timer, and you could buy tonics to speed it up if you didn't feel like waiting. And Rockstar just confirmed the story runs in chapters, with Ultimate Edition items unlocking chapter by chapter. Chapters are time passing. A growth system needs time passing. So no, it's not confirmed, and anybody telling you it is hasn't checked. But every piece it would need is already on the table, and Rockstar built the thing once already, and people are still talking about it. And that's the actual story here. None of this came from a gameplay trailer. The door gun came from a shot nobody paused on. The entire loadout system came from a paragraph about a free car. The biggest change to the wanted level in the history of this series came from an hour of leaked footage that Rockstar has never once denied. Rockstar's marketing hasn't shown you gameplay because it doesn't have to. It's been out here for months in pieces, and everyone keeps waiting for a trailer to hand them what they're already holding. And when trailer 3 finally drops, half of it you're going to already know. If you want the other half, the map, I've been going through Leonida location by location. Port Gellhorn's on screen.